Will you hold me with your eyes? Oh, it burns me up inside. It's like fire. It's like fire. Oh, I'm fighting for my life. Just one touch and I'm alive. It's like fire.
Melody and force them to think twice before making riskier, aggressive movements. Specifically for Blackbeard, we'll be making more changes. The sound effects of the glass panel moving up and down on the holodaptive shield have been enhanced in order to provide more clarity of the shield state. The glass itself has been tinted to make it easier to see when the shield is down or still extended. A big shout out to the community for this suggestion.
And since we're speaking of operators, let's list a few more updates coming to some of them. To reduce frustration when facing off against Jackal, we've introduced some changes. Footprints will immediately be removed after a scan, and the operator detected will be revealed with only one hunter mark. This makes it more interesting for Jackal to hunt his prey instead of revealing them. Jaeger's active defense system will now be able to detect and destroy Capitel's bolts and Gridlock's track stickers. Thunderbird's Kona stations will no longer heal enemies, unless up by Bravo, of course. And Sledge? Well, Sledge will now be able to use his hammer to knock a shield user on their ass if they decide to challenge him.
Okay, so we've talked about changes coming to our operators and some gameplay systems. But what about this season's operator? We'll be taking this opportunity to remaster someone who made their first appearance back in Operation Grimsky. We're updating Clash.
Much like Blackbeard's remaster, the team went back to the core of the operator and rebuilt her from the ground up, keeping what worked and improving what didn't. Clash will be returning to the field with her redesigned CCE Shield Mark II, and it's packing some new functionality.
First, Clash's movement has been greatly enhanced as her shield can now collapse and expand automatically depending on the situation. It will collapse while she sprints, crouches, vaults, and even dashes through barricades. It will remain extended when standing and moving around. She now has access to the preload feature similar to that of our other shield users, allowing her to have better situational awareness. The taser on her shield will no longer do damage because of our electricity update, but will still shock and slow opponents when activated. The biggest change comes with how she can now deploy and anchor her riot shield in the ground. This means Clash not only can play off her own shield, but she also gets the added benefit of moving faster because she's no longer carrying it. If you find her shield deployed in the field, don't underestimate it, because a new trick Clash has is the ability to activate the taser remotely, springing a trap on unsuspecting opponents. To counter this, it's important to know that when the shield is deployed, it is vulnerable to explosives and anyone who can get close enough to it and bash through it. We look forward to seeing how you reintroduce Clash into your lineups.
We've spent all this time covering the huge changes to Siege with Operation Daybreak, and Season 2 is the best time to jump into the game. But now, it's time to look further ahead with a first look at the Year 10 roadmap and what's coming next. Let's take a moment to dive into Season 3. A brand new face is joining the Team Rainbow roster.
He's a defender, he's from Switzerland, and we are anticipating some pretty insane plays to come from all of you when you get your hands on his new gadget. He may be in the shadows now, but in Season 3, he's going to unlock your creativity with the way you defend.
I really love what this gadget brings to defense, but our Season 3 operator will also bring a little extra hardware to their loadout.
We know how everyone loves a new weapon added to the arsenal of tools at your disposal, and this one fits so well with the destructive nature of Siege.
You'll be able to use this new weapon when our Swiss operator launches in Season 3, and we can promise this, it packs a punch.
The new operator will bring fresh developments to the story of Siege, something you'll be able to play with an update to Dual Front. A new neutral sector assignment will introduce unique mechanics tied to lore-driven objectives that can swing the outcome of a match in Dual Front. The team is already hard at work on this, and they wanted to share some concept art that sets the tone for the next chapter. Take a look.
New seasonal assignments bring a lot to Dual Front. In addition, each season features 2 seasonal operator rotations, shifting the meta and introducing new exclusive cosmetics through monthly challenges. We'll be monitoring it all closely.
Picking up the pieces of a broken heart, guess I was chosen. Stitch it back together, better late than never, steady motion. Can't control my fate, but I control all these emotions. I'm not broken, I'm not broken. Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game.
Máquina pra carregar nós. Aceita.
It's been cooking up. Right. We've been movements. Specifically
Gravity can take his arms around my legs and try to pull me. I'll still never be the greatest gift I got is holy. One thing I learned, pain hurts but don't control me. I'm not broken, I'm not broken. Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game.
Ngon lắc lư lắc lư.
Nước mắm ớt tỏi gì mà làm cho khách hàng già trẻ lớn bé đều lắc lư như vậy? Chính là 5 ngư ớt tỏi Lison mới. Niềm vui thu hoạch của các anh chị trồng tỏi lan tỏa hạnh phúc. 5 ngư ớt tỏi Lison chứa 100% tỏi từ đảo Lison. Dù ở nhà bạn, văn phòng hay lễ hội. Tay đâu? Chấm. Mời bạn thử 5 ngư ớt tỏi Lison mới. Mùi ngon lắc lư. Với gói Premium, bạn có thể tập trung vào âm nhạc, khám phá danh mục đa dạng gồm hàng triệu bài hát mà không phải nghe quảng cáo, hoặc tải danh sách phát xuống để nghe ở bất cứ đâu. Bạn cũng có thể phát những giai điệu yêu thích theo thứ tự bất kỳ, thỏa thích tua đi tua lại theo ý mình, kiểm soát nhạc theo cách của bạn. Nhấn vào bổ ngữ để tìm hiểu thêm.
falling away. Maybe I just need to feel nothing to make it easier to turn away and leave. Maybe we're a phantom flame, so why do I keep holding out my hand to get burned? I don't wanna clash anymore. I can hear the ghosts in the walls. It's telling me to run away, yeah. I don't wanna crash anymore. I can hear the ghosts in the walls.
Nước mắm ớt tỏi gì mà làm cho khách hàng già trẻ lớn bé đều lắc lư như vậy? Chính là nằm ngửa ớt tỏi Lison mới. Niềm vui thu hoạch của các anh chị trồng tỏi lan tỏa hạnh phúc. Nằm ngửa ớt tỏi Lison chứa 100% tỏi từ đảo Lison. Dù ở nhà bạn, văn phòng hay lễ hội. Tay đâu? Chấm. Mời bạn thử nằm ngửa ớt tỏi Lison mới. Mùi ngon lắc lư.
tone for the next chapter. Take a look.
New seasonal assignments bring a lot to Dual Front. In addition, each season features 2 seasonal operator rotations, shifting the meta and introducing new exclusive cosmetics through monthly challenges. We'll be monitoring it all closely while delivering balancing updates tailored specifically for Dual Front. But Dual Front isn't the only map that's getting updated in Season 3.
For the next chapter.
Alex, which maps are we modernizing next?
Whoa, hold on. We'll get to that. As a reminder, one of the biggest goals for CJX is to bring every part of the game up to the standards players expect.
Season 3 continues to push the modernized iconic maps with improved lighting and new destructible ingredients, all while preserving what makes them special.
That's right. But that's all we're saying with the new modernized maps today, right?
Yeah, that was the plan, but come on, we gotta show them a little something.
Who wants to see more?
In Season 3. As you know, these maps are part of the competitive pool and will have an impact on playlists like Siege Cup.
That's right, Season 3 will also bring new improvements in our plans for Siege Cup. Inspect Squad Stats now allows you to inspect your opponent's team before the match even begins. Everything from the ops played to KOST, it'll be your chance to plan smarter, counter better, and make every round count.
We also wanted to give you more opportunities to play Siege Cup. Starting in Season 3, Siege Cup will be available every weekend. That means More matches with your squad, more competitive points, and more opportunities to prove you've got what it takes.
Scouting your enemies, playing every weekend, with over 14,000 winning teams so far, Season 3 is turning Siege Cup into a true proving ground.
While Siege Cup is where you'll bring your A game, the Esports tab helps you follow the pros at the highest level. That experience will keep evolving in Season 3, with a focus on making competitive Siege easier to follow for everyone. Each Tier 1 competition will have its own dedicated page, so you can follow every league, every region, and every match with ease.
We're also giving key events their own spotlight. You'll find dedicated pages for every major, and of course, the 6 Invitational. And to tie it all together, we're adding a new page for global standings. So now you can see exactly how teams are performing across the season, who's climbing the rankings towards SI qualification. The most competitive tier of Siege keeps on growing, and now the Esports tab is ready to grow with it. And we said, to be the best, you need to know the balance of Siege. Hey Josh, it's coming to balancing in Season 3.
Season 3 balancing will be focused on reviewing the new data from the massive launch of Siege X, as well as listening to all of you. On top of that, we're still going to deliver additional updates. We will be diversifying a number of loadouts this season by reissuing one of our newer weapons to multiple operators. The goal is to give you more control over how you play your favorite operators and allow more access to weapons that were once exclusive to a single operator. There's more on the horizon, a recruit update, and plans to explore magnified scopes on defense.
Before we wrap up Season 3, this Halloween, the horrors found a new home. Some of you might recognize this fan favorite map, but something still feels cursed. And don't worry, the bathroom is not haunted in Doctor's Curse this year.
It's time to move to the next and final season of the year, Season 4. This season, we will be bringing another operator remaster focused on one of our Pathfinder attackers, who will receive a full update, refreshing their gameplay and enhancing their role in the Siege experience of today. The goal with this remaster is to raise the skill ceiling with this operator and unlock more thoughtful, creative strategies throughout the entire round.
Along with remastered operator, we're bringing some new firepower that will enhance some operators' loadouts. What's the plan, Josh?
Similar to how we're redistributing one of our newer weapons in Season 3, we're introducing something slightly different in Season 4. A new weapon, available for multiple operators when it's released. This allows us to open up new potential playstyles for the receiving ops and even influence squad lineups. Those new squad lineups will be headed into a few more modernized maps in Season 4. Chris, where are we going?
2 more maps are being modernized in Season 4, Theme Park and Skyscraper. Here's a first look at Skyscraper, now rebuilt with enhanced lighting, new destructible ingredients, and sharper visual clarity across the bold. It's a bold update to a classic setting made for Siege X. And on top of those 2, we are delivering a full map rework. That means completely reworking and modernizing a map that isn't in our current competitive pool. This map will be elevated directly into the ranked pool, joining the highest level of Siege play.
Other destinations for players to visit are the training tools the team have been hard at work on. And reports are coming in that the Carries Legion are invading the target drill.
We've heard that you wanted more than just static dummies to train against. So now, you'll clear moving Carries Legion targets positioned just like real defenders, navigating key rooms so you can learn the map layout, giving you the instincts you need for live matches. And if you want to know the location of stairs, cameras, and destructible ingredients, you can toggle the guidance on or off anytime.
We're also adding AI allies to both enlisted and field training to give players the real squad experience. On top of this, we'll be testing out a new tool, introducing the mini-map in our training playlists. That's right. This new perspective will help players navigate faster and gain that crucial map knowledge.
And that's not all. Season 4 will bring more updates across the board. We have improvements to ranked matchmaking,